Will the House please come to order and members kindly take their seats? Good morning. The devotional today will be led by Representative Will Greer Bennington.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Thank you, members. Good morning. It's hard to believe that we've been in this chamber for 2 months. Today is February 28th, 2025. Originally, I was going to speak from Scripture. My Uncle Don was a Southern Baptist preacher in Little Rock, Arkansas, so I knew I could find some inspiration from him on that, but I am sorry, Uncle Don, I'm not going to do that today. And of course, I thought I could find a poem that would encompass the meaning I was trying to pass along, but shockingly, there are way too many of those to choose from. However, unbeknownst to me at the time of arranging this devotional, that I was choosing today, February 28th, our last day before town meeting week. But it's also another special day. You see, every 4 years, there's this little holiday, if you can call it that many of us skip right over, Leap Day. And no, you did not forget, tomorrow is not Leap Day. It is a new month, it is a new day, it is simply a normal day. But Leap Day is that extra day that sets us straight, or at least some of us a little more straight, on our celestial orbit around the sun. But what if today I gave you a challenge? Instead of going into your meetings, your weekend plans, your town meeting celebrations, if we can call it that, what if I asked you to give yourself an extra day, your very own Leap Day, an extra day not for working, not for dreaming, or even for sleeping, although I do love my beauty rest, but to be? What would you do? Who would you see? Where would you go? Who would you choose to be? And as I thought about those questions and what I would do on my own Leap Day, I came to a stark reality. There's no such thing as an extra day. There are simply just days. And Leap Day was, is, and always will be a cleverly disguised construct that we've created that tries to perfect the continuous passage of time. And if time were an appropriation, chances are you wouldn't have much of it these days. But members, we define each day we are given. Some will be better than others. Some will be filled with happiness, love, kindness, and every piece of the puzzle in this game of life will just fit without even trying. While other days will find us at our lowest, weakest, and most vulnerable points. We are not entitled to either one of those kinds of days, but we do have the anchors, we have the oars, and we have the sails to navigate through either calming or crashing waves. And even the waves, whoever they may be, have a choice on whether they will sink or save your ship. So members, every day is your own Leap Day.
Members, we have 30 House bills for introduction today. With that, member from Poultney, can you please offer us a motion to suspend our rules to introduce bills by number only?
Madam Speaker, I make a motion to suspend rules in order to introduce bills by number only.
The member from Poultney moves that we suspend our rules to introduce bills by number only. Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, please say nay. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it, and you have suspended our rules to introduce bills by number only. Please listen to the first reading of bills by number only.
H 426.
To Transportation.
H 427.
To Judiciary.
H 428.
To Judiciary.
H 429.
To General and Housing.
H 430.
To Healthcare.
H 431.
To Healthcare.
H 432.
To Healthcare.
H 433.
To Healthcare.
H 434.
To Environment.
H 435.
To Judiciary.
H 436.
To Corrections and Institutions.
H 437.
To General and Housing.
H 438.
To Ways and Means.
H 439.
To General and Housing.
H 440.
To General and Housing.
H 441.
To Education.
H 442.
To Government Operations and Military Affairs.
H 443.
To Ways and Means.
H 444.
To Commerce and Economic Development.
H 445.
To General and Housing.
H446,
to Government Operations and Military Affairs,
H447,
to Agriculture, Food Resiliency, and Forestry,
H448,
to Government Operations and Military Affairs,
H449,
to Government Operations and Military Affairs,
H450,
to Government Operations and Military Affairs,
H451,
to General and Housing,
H452,
to Human Services,
H453,
to Environment,
H454,
to Education,
and H455.
to Government Operations and Military Affairs. Members, we will now read a House concurrent resolution offered by all members of the House. HCR 48 is a House concurrent resolution in memory of former Representative Kurt McCormick of Burlington. Please listen to the reading of the resolution.
Whereas Kurt McCormick was a passionate environmental advocate who worked diligently to reduce sources of air pollution and encourage Vermonters' transportation choices in a direction eschewing cars and airplanes. And whereas a licensed electrician by profession, Kurt McCormick's desire to serve his fellow citizens in the legislative arena and contribute in an enduring beneficial impact on both environmental and transportation policy twice sparked him to stand for a seat in the General Assembly. And whereas in 1982, he won election to the House of Representatives as a member from Rutland City. And during this first legislative foray, which extended to late 1995, he chaired the House Committee with Environmental Jurisdiction and was a national pioneer in leading a state effort to limit the use of chlorofluorocarbons. And whereas he departed from the General Assembly to serve as the Vermont Bicycle Pedestrian Coordinator at the Department of Transportation, a role that enabled him to implement facilities for human-powered transportation. And whereas in 2012, having relocated to Burlington, Kurt McCormick won election from the city's downtown Old North End district, starting a new 5-term legislative tenure that featured his service as the unusually carless House Committee on Transportation Chair. Coincided with the extension to Burlington of the Ethan Allen Express Amtrak rail service, which he was instrumental in establishing years earlier, and included his election as a University of Vermont trustee. And whereas he was a Peace Corps volunteer who established a recycling facility in Joel, Senegal, a cyclist who bicycled extensively in North America and Europe, a painter, and a music fan whose diverse melodic pleasures ranged from Bob Dylan to opera. And whereas Kurt McCormick died of cancer on September 16, 2024, at 72 years of age, and his survivors include his partner, Lisa Schofield, and his children, grandchildren, and siblings, including former Senator Richard McCormick. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Senate and House of Representatives that the General Assembly extends its sincere condolences to the family of former Representative Kurt McCormick of Burlington. And be it further resolved that the Secretary of State be directed to send a copy of this resolution to the members of Kurt McCormick's family.
Are there any announcements? Member from Brattleboro.
Madam Speaker, we just heard the reading of the resolution honoring former member Kurt McCormick. The outlines of his life and service are impressive. Let me fill in some of the space between the lines. Many members here remember Kurt fondly. He was a kind and gentle soul, a rare individual, a committed environmentalist who lived his values rather than talked about them. As we heard in the resolution, Kurt did not own a car. This made headlines when he was appointed chair of House Transportation. And at one point in his tenure as chair, Kurt traveled around the state by bicycle, train, and public transit to visit each member of the committee, staying at our homes. He went from Burlington to Fairfax to Swanton to St. Johnsbury to Concord to White River to Brattleboro, Bennington, Clarendon, Pownall, and back to Burlington, emphasizing all on his bike, bus, and Amtrak train. It was a lovely gesture, one that honored each member of our committee and also set an example for sustainable transportation options. The rest of the McCormick family has made an equally impressive contribution to our state. Kurt's daughter, Blythe, was a legislative page. His former wife, Virginia, served in the House. and brother Dick just retired after 36 years in the Vermont Senate. A number of family members are here with us today. Kurt's beloved companion and partner, Lisa Schofield, brother and former Senator Dick McCormick, daughter Blythe McCormick, son James McCormick, daughter-in-law Amanda McCormick, former wife and mother of their children, Virginia McCormick, grandchildren Mason and Leah McCormick, and nephews Aaron and Noah McCormick. Today also happens to be Kurt's birthday, and I just found out it is his grandson Mason's birthday as well. Kurt had a joyous spirit. He was a fabulous role model, friend to many, and my dear friend. Please join me in welcoming the McCormick family.
Will the guest of the member from Brattleboro please rise and be recognized? Are there any further announcements, member from Westminster?
Madam Speaker, today I am honored to introduce a group of visiting 6th to 12th grade 4-H youth leaders to our chamber. The 4-H program provides young people the opportunity to develop a wide range of skills and knowledge from farming to citizenship. The students are here to learn about the legislative process and how to advocate for issues they care about. They met with our Secretary of State and myself this morning and will be in the building until noon. They would be glad to connect with other legislators. Please welcome from Washington County, Katie and Josh Parker. From Chittenden County, Josephina Kasha Hare, Celia Cruz, Jane Curry, Anna Miner, Andrew Shattuck, Remington Card. From Franklin County, Emma Bayback and Anna Miner. From Windsor County, Sophia Fors. From Addison County, Caroline and Thomas Allen, and Olivia and Marissa Gordon. From Caledonia County, Casimo Franklin, and from Grand Isle, Logan Russell. Visiting with the students are 4-H educator Molly McFawn, who happens to be the daughter of our own Topper McFawn, who is from Barrytown. Also, Amy Miller, who is assistant director of 4-H, and other adults, friend and family members from around Vermont. Please join me in welcoming our students, mentors, and staff from 4-H today. They are seated in the balcony.
Will the guest of the member from Westminster please rise and be recognized? Are there any further announcements, member from Berkshire?
Thank you. On Tuesday, March 11th, the day that we come back, the National Guard and Veterans Affairs Caucus will be meeting at 8 a.m. in room 10. A Zoom link will be sent out on Monday, March 10th. So if you can't join us in person, you can join via Zoom. Thank you.
Member from Coventry.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Today in the card room, we have members of Serve, Learn, and Earn. Serve, Learn, and Earn is a group of our nonprofits who provide workforce training for our youth and young adults in the state. They're comprised of the Vermont Youth Conservation Corp, from Vermont Works for Women, Vermont Audubon, and Resource. They've provided over the years extremely important certifications and trainings for our youth and young adults that have raised their lives up and gives them the skills that they need in order to participate in our economy and our workforce. They're here today with their executive director, Kate Gluckman, and they also have brought some participants of those different trainings. I hope you all we'll be able to stop in the card room, have a discussion with them, and understand just how much and how important this serve, learn, and earn is to our economy and to our workforce. They're seated in the gallery, and please welcome them to the People's House. Thank you.
Will the guest of the member from Coventry please rise and be recognized? Are there any further announcements, member from Springfield?
Madam Speaker, I would move, I'm sorry about my voice, I would move that the remarks from the member from Brattleboro honoring Representative McCormick be journalized.
The member from Springfield moves that the remarks of the member from Brattleboro be journalized. Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, please say no, nay. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it, and you have journalized the remarks of the member from Brattleboro. Are there any further announcements? Member from Hyde Park.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. It is my honor to welcome folks from the Vermont Association of Court Diversion and Pretrial. In 2024, the VCADP served 2,500 adults and youth referred to by prosecutors to court diversion in Tamarack. 72% of the court diversion cases closed successfully. The cost of resolving diversion cases is 15% of the cost of cases going to court. Staff use restorative justice to hold people accountable and meet the victim's needs. Please welcome to the People's House today the dedicated professionals from all counties who are here today. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Will the guest of the member from Hyde Park please rise and be recognized? Are there any further announcements, member from Brattleboro?
Madam Speaker, the final workshop in the Ways and Means Committee's tax workshop series is today at noon in room 11. Hope you can join us.
Are there any further announcements? Seeing none, orders of the day. Members, we have one bill on our action calendar today. That's House Bill 339, which is an act to removing the repeal of 7 VSCA Section 230. Please listen to the third reading of the bill.
H 339, an act relating to removing the repeal of 7 VSA Section 230.
The question is, shall the bill pass? Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, please say nay. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it, and you have passed the bill. Members, that completes the orders of the day. Are there any announcements? Member from Essex.
Madam Speaker, House Healthcare will be meeting 10 minutes after the fall of the gavel.
Are there any further announcements? See none. Member from Poultney, can you please offer us a motion to adjourn until Tuesday, March 11th at 10 a.m.?
Madam Speaker, I make a motion this body stand in adjournment until Tuesday, March 11th, 2025 at 10 a.m.
You have heard the motion. Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, please say nay. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it, and this body stands in adjournment until Tuesday, March 11th at 10 a.m.